Welcome to episode 6 of the Shawn-Zilla Art Show, brought to you by our friends over at the Inked Marketing Team. If you're a creator, large or small, and you want to get your product seen by more eyes, contact Kevin Gillette over at the Inked Marketing Team. Over 35 years of experience in the business. They can definitely hook you up. Shawn.
How's it going?
Hail Cobra. La, 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 la. And
I gotta represent, in case nobody realized how old I am.
Well, I don't have that problem. Everybody figures I'm a senior citizen, but fuck them, I'll take the discount.
Fucking right.
So Shawn is starting tonight on a Darth Maul, which is kind of funny because I found 3 out of the 4 issues of the Darth Maul miniseries from Dark Horse today.
Oh wow!
All photo covers. I haven't come across the number 1 yet, but I think I'm pretty close to a full long box of Dark Horse Star Wars.
Nice.
I see them moving like crazy on other shows and stuff. I put them up for sale, and I sold like 3 copies out of 40 that I had for the Super Hot series right now. But oh well, they'll sell eventually, and if not, I'll just sell them like for half of what they're worth to to another dealer or something.
Yeah, fire sale.
Well, yeah, fire sale, as long as I get something for it. But
I think you'll do well with it. I mean, Maul's pretty popular.
yeah, I do better if I had the first issue. I think I missed the first issue of that series, but you never know. Some of the certain ones you buy the first, you can never tell. It's like some series you buy the first issue, and the first issue is like super hot and worth a crap load of money. Other times it's like, oh no, like issue 4, that's the big issue.
Yeah, because that's the one where Ewok takes a shit or something, and
Yeah, it's you can never tell.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's that one. Why that one? You didn't buy that one, did you? Nope.
You just got to buy everything.
It's like that. Well, Christ, I practically was. Anything that was on the shelf at my LCS, I would buy.
Yeah. I've been there. But right now I'm in a position where it's like, there's so much stuff out that, how the hell do you keep up with it?
You don't. And I'm like, there's so much crap out there, and I really like the stuff that DC's doing with Black Label, but I'm like, why am I gonna pay like $5 to $9 a pop for a Black Label book when as soon as it's done, they're gonna pump out like a hardcover and a softcover edition of it.
Sure.
For like still like half the money.
Yeah.
Be like $15 for a soft cover and like, $25 for the hardcover. I go, I'd rather pay $25 for the hardcover and be like, it can go up on a shelf, opposed to, all these issues are gonna like take up all this space in a box for, nothing.
Getting sequestered away to the long box of doom.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, do you know Krista and Varian Grant?
Yes, I do.
They have an Indiegogo launching tonight. She's got a book out called Lore.
Oh, yeah, that's her first book, yeah.
Yeah. So part of what she's got going on in there is one of her I guess stretch goals is like an A to Z fetish art book. And I'm actually in that book. I did a piece for her. So,
Oh, like you drew some art in that book. Oh,
Yeah, no,
I
I
was
didn't
scared
model
for a
art.
moment.
No, God, no, 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 that would be a horror show. But yeah, no, there's some Sean art in that book. So people who are fans of mine, that's one. That's the newest thing that you can get with my stuff out there.
Oh, that's cool.
And hopefully soon I can get another Totally Rad cover out, or possibly get something done for Niobe, since we've talked about that. So, and of course, when Wendy's ready to do another Naughty Fairies, I will happily do another cover for them as well. Because I mean, why would you not?
Dude, I started trolling this guy this morning, and he got like super pissed. He put up a first appearance of Lobo, the famous cover.
The Omega Man cover.
Yeah, where he's got the girl from the Omega Man like strapped to the front of his motorcycle, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so Omega Man 3, and yeah, Callista, Prisoner of the Citadel, and so he puts it up, and in big bold print, he's in comic book espionage action group. So in all caps, he writes, "Make an offer, $1." That was me.
I somehow knew that would be you.
Back at me, "Fuck you." And then underneath that, I go, "Well, that escalated quickly."
Yeah.
And then this dude, Rolando, puts up $1.01.
Are you making friends again?
Yeah. And then I wasn't even the one that put the $1.01, but he tagged me and said, "Fuck you, cunt." Spelled CUT2.
CUT2.
Yeah.
I think that's like a mentally challenged droid, isn't it?
Probably,
CUT2.
yeah. Then this guy, I'm not saying anybody's last name, and this guy Tim comes in and says $2.50.
Did he spell it out?
The number 2, DOLLA, and FIDDYCENTS.
Oh my gosh.
Followed by John at 3, Alec at 3.50, then Sam late to the party with $1. Then John, not realizing the person only put $1, put 3.75, and then Sam said $4, which
Hey
went
man,
to.
he's getting where he wants to be. It's just a little bit longer of a trip.
And then Keith comes back with, "Hey Sam, $3.99 and a snack bag of Cheetos."
Hey man, Cheetos will hit the spot.
And then these two guys like talk back and forth for a little while. We can share the book every other weekend and swap holidays. Okay, but you got to pony up for half the cost of the Cheetos, which got a reply of Ricky Gervais, red-faced, laughing hysterically. And then about 40 minutes ago, this guy Jacob comes in, $20. And I responded to him, "Mic drop," laughed my ass off, followed by John at $20 and a penny. And then John asked, "Dude, you got lots of offers, or has this turned into an auction?"
Jesus.
I started that at probably like 9 o'clock this morning. It's been going all day.
Oh my gosh. You were living the dream.
Not really, but like I need to like bag and board all those Star Wars books. And for some reason I have about 300 bags, or well, not exactly 300. I have 3 bags of bags, and then even more bags in another box, all opened with some taken out of like each bag pretty much. And I have no boards.
You know, I'm kind of in the same boat with my prints. I've run through a lot of boards, but I just stocked up on my prints. The guys over at Artist Express were nice enough to hook me up, and so I got a shit ton of prints in, and the bags and boards that I ordered for my prints, Amazon doesn't seem to have them right now. Damn you, Amazon.
I think it's actually cheap, and it's more cost effective, and you can actually charge the customer for them. Is to just buy the whatchamacallits, top loaders for them.
You talking about like the hard plastic ones?
Yeah. Buy the top loaders for them. And a lot of people will opt for the top loaders. It goes, well, I can put it in a bag and board, when I get when they have bags and boards available to sell me, or I can, order some top loaders and I can put them in a top loader. It'll cost you, the top loaders for the prints are like $5 a piece.
I hadn't thought about that. I might have to look at that.
I think they'll cost you like a little less, but like with shipping, I know when Steve McDonald from Clan McDonald's does it, he charges everybody $5 a piece for
the top loaders.
For the top loaders for prints, and it's like $3 a piece for like comic book ones.
Okay.
And it was pretty cool because Oscar from one of the 2 guys down in Texas from Austin Comics on YouTube, he installed a bunch of J channel locks on his wall. And if you take your comic book out and you put it in a comic book sized top loader, it slides perfectly in the J locks.
Oh, really?
So like you put them in there, and then you get the next one that you're going to put above that, and you put like a couple top loaders just kind of like sitting in there, so you can measure down the space you're going to need. So so they don't fit snug, but they're not gonna, but they'll fit just right so they don't fall out.
Just realized you're not really seeing what I'm working on. You're seeing more of my reference. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, screw the reference. Nobody wants to see Ray Park's ass anyway.
Not even Ray Park.
Didn't he get in some trouble sending an Instagram picture or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why I don't send Instagram pictures.
Hey, we have a watcher back on Twitch again.
I was going to ask, are we still on Twitch?
Hey, we're still on Twitch, which is good because that's the only person watching right now.
Oh, well,
Thanks for watching, and just remember,
exactly. So did you see my announcement for April's featured character? Since it
yeah,
will no longer be Joker month today.
yes, because today is the last day of the month, so
Yeah.
this ends Joker month,
I
and
will
you're
be,
doing two characters, Rogue
yeah,
and
Witchblade.
okay. I knew it wasn't like another X-Men. I'm like, oh, he threw me in this one. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I had another moment where I realized that I've never drawn a particular character, and that being Witchblade,
You've
because
never
God
drawn
knows I've drawn
Witchblade.
other.
Well, yeah,
Huh?
you've literally drawn the fuck out of Rogue. So
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's so wanted to go with something that people have known that I've done, and then something that might be intriguing.
because you've never done it.
Exactly. Worked out pretty well with Lady Death. So now I just need Brian Polito to be like, hey man, I like your Lady Death. You need to draw me a cover. To which I will reply, yes, sir.
3 bags full.
Sounds like.
I
So,
can
yeah.
I cannot draw it for I can't draw it for exposure because none of my creditors will take exposure as a payment.
They sure don't. I've tried, but they,
Hmm.
they don't seem to want to.
I tried that too. Every time somebody goes, well, I don't know how you're gonna do here. Our last guy was pretty popular and nobody knows you here, so why don't we try you? And if you do okay, then we'll talk money. I'm like, no. I go, I get paid when I walk in the door.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't
That would
work for me. I go, well, too bad. Because if I've learned anything, it's that the club owner takes off before the end of the night and won't come back until the following afternoon, if then. So you're going to pay me when I show up. Otherwise, I'm just going to go home and park my truck in the garage and unload my equipment because
yeah. It's show me the money.
mhm. Yeah, I've been stealing Instagram pictures and posting them up to my story just because I like the art on them.
Oh yeah.
Uh, one of them is there's like it's the lamp, it's the street sign of Clancy Street, although they don't show you the street sign, and it's Ben Grimm with the overcoat and the fedora top hat on the left side, and on the right side it's Raphael dressed the same way, and they're just eyeballing each other.
I love mashup stuff, man. I mean,
And the next one was titled "The Ending of Vision." Uh, WandaVision, and it's got her kissing his face as he's like disappearing in the snap. then the next one is just this huge, giant Godzilla tiki mug from Mondo.
Oh yeah. Have you watched?
No, I have not. I tried to watch it a couple times today, and the source that I chose to watch it on, it only goes like about like 2.5 minutes in, and then just cuts out. So I'll have to wait probably maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, you should.
Parents disguising their kids as illegal alien immigrants so they can receive in-person schooling. I ain't right.
My 7-year-old goes to in-person school.
They should all be back in school. There's no reason. Holy shit. So I think it was you I was talking about the Butts in the Seats, the Tony Schiavone story.
Yes.
So it's by Source Point Press, and there are still 15 days to go. Now, they've got this Captain America Kickstarter exclusive hardcover cover illustration by art by Scott James, and it's basically him with a microphone in his hand and his wedding band in one hand, and the square dome around the upper part of the microphone has got the Source Point Press logo, and the other arm is just kind of like punching forward. So they've got him in like a classic Steve Rogers pose, and they put his name in the red, white, and blue old school Captain America lettering, and so it's kind of like a Captain America homage cover. This guy's far from Captain America, but it's like if I buy anything and there's an option for a hardcover version, I usually go with the hardcover version. But they want $45 for the hardcover. But as this thing stands right now, there are 1,814 backers with 15 days to go. It had a goal. It had a goal of $20,000, and right now it's sitting at $104,432.
Jeez.
For a wrestling book about a friggin' announcer.
Yeah, it's not even about an actual wrestler. And it's not like a Jim Ross announcer. It's not like a Lance Russell in Memphis or anything. It's freaking Tony Schiavone, which I like Tony Schiavone. But, I mean, aside from his time in WCW, I don't really remember him too much.
Well, he was in WCCW too, like the old Texas wrestling.
Oh yeah.
With the Von Erichs. That's when I switched from WWE sucks, and then I found the Dallas Sportatorium, and I was like,
the world famous Dallas Sportatorium.
Yeah, world famous nothing now. It's a friggin' plowed over a lot years ago now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think of all the people. I mean, you think of all the people who came through there.
Yeah, I watched the documentary on it.
I can remember what.
It was very interesting.
I remember watching it on, I think ESPN2 or something back in the day. It was on ESPN8, the Ocho, and that was the first place I saw Steve Austin. Chris Adams, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, Gentleman Chris Adams, Iceman King Parsons,
Yep. Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack, all the Von Erichs. Fabulous Thunderbirds,
Oh yeah.
because they had Bad Street USA.
Yeah, I got into them. I loved them in WCW, man, because they weren't really a heavily pushed tag team. I mean, they weren't like a Steiner Brothers or
No,
Doom.
they were kind of like the goofy rock cover band of that wrestling league.
Yeah, they were entertaining,
Mm-hmm.
and love Michael Hayes.
Well, Michael Hayes was supposed to be a more rock and roll version of Ric Flair,
Yeah,
and they only had three of them. As so they couldn't say that they were like trying to rip off the Four Horsemen.
hmm
But just like in the Horsemen, they had the big fat guy they had the big tall heavy set guy in the Horsemen, and same with the T-Birds, and then they had like the smaller guy.
I had heard that Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard are trying to bring back the Horsemen in AEW, which I still have yet to watch AEW.
Oh, it's so good.
I've heard that, and I mean, I'll check it out eventually. But man, I just haven't really. I barely watch WWE anymore. It's hard to watch.
I know. Well, because for the past 5 years, it's been the same half dozen guys in in two shows a night, well, two shows a week.
Yeah,
It's like the same like half dozen guys, fighting over the same titles
yeah.
until they go to like the next pay-per-view and stuff, and it's like, come on, do something.
I will say that seeing Edge come back was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of Edge. I'm a little disappointed that they went with this whole Daniel Bryan bullshit for WrestleMania, where now it's a triple threat.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't care about Daniel Bryan. I really don't. I mean, congratulations on banging a Bella, but I could give a shit if you have the title or not.
Yeah. Well, he banged a Bella once because he got a kid out of it.
Well, they got two now.
Oh, they got two now?
Yeah.
Oh, he must have got laid on his anniversary or something.
Yeah. Poor Daniel Bryan.
And
I'm loving Roman Reigns as a heel.
Oh my God, it's so pathetic though. He's such a bitch. Like I know he was groomed from the day he signed to be, to be like the next Triple H or something, but
Sure.
He's not.
No. And they don't have to go the whole cowardly heel thing. I don't understand why they're still doing that.
Only one of the Usos is left, and
Right.
the other one's gone somewhere. I don't know what.
Injured.
Yeah, so
he's injured with something.
I don't know what happened, but so every time Roman gets in a bind, Jay comes running in to save him.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, dude, you can't beat Kevin Owens by yourself. Then you got issues.
The cowardly heel thing, it's fun to a degree with people like Ric Flair, who you believe are the cowardly heel, but Roman is supposed to be kind of an unstoppable monster type heel.
Yeah, and I was disappointed when I saw Paul Wright over on AEW. He's completely retired and just you know in in like a management facilitator, announcer kind of guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he had made the announcement like a few weeks back that we got somebody so big signing with AEW, it's going to change the game.
Yeah.
And then it was Christian Cage, and I'm like, really? And he hasn't done it. And he signed, he showed up, walked out, did his pose, walked off, didn't say anything for 2 weeks. Now has said everything for like the last 2 weeks, and finally said, "Oh, next week he's going to be in a match."
I no.
He sucks.
Yeah, I'm not.
When he said he was somebody that's going to change the game, I was really being, oh, please be Braun Strowman leaving that, friggin' hell for WWE.
They've got Braun facing Shane at WrestleMania. I mean, and
Well,
the who could get it?
Well, because Shane keeps showing up and screwing him out of like title matches. And then when he's supposed to fight him, they do the we're gonna fake an attack and put a fake cast and brace on my leg, and you're gonna have to fight somebody else.
It's just.
And then when the Shanghai attempt doesn't work, Shane runs up the ramp.
Right. It's the same shit all the time.
Well, it's the same shit all the time because Vince won't allow anybody but him to make decisions, and he doesn't realize that none of this shit is working.
No, it hasn't worked for some time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you ever want to see what WWE will look like when Vince is out of the picture, watch NXT. Yeah. Which it took me a while to come around on NXT, but I'm glad I did. It might be time for me to draw another wrestler soon. Well, I've got a Randy Savage and Elizabeth in progress, but they're it's a little bit harder to draw them than I thought it was going to be. Because it's hard to find high definition photos of them.
Well, it's because there wasn't any high definition photos in the 80s.
Yeah.
Don't even bother trying to be clever tomorrow. There can't possibly be a bigger April Fool's Day joke than America is right now.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think of the Witchblade from last week? Not Witchblade, Lady Death. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, it came out great.
I'm working on another one, but that one's not really, YouTube friendly. So.
Now, Boss Logic just put up a gray wash picture with some red in it for friggin' Disney Plus. And if this image is what I think it is, then Daredevil is about to bust onto D plus.
I am down.
Well, especially if they're gonna bring everybody that was in Daredevil
on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am definitely down. This show is so great. I just started a rewatch on it, actually.
I was, and then I canceled Netflix months and months ago. So.
We're not going to get to see too much of how this one comes together this week, but I would definitely work on this one some more. Because I love this pose. Dark Maul is just freaking awesome anyway. Well, here we are so far. Bask in the glory. We're getting there.
Yeah, it'll be coming together. Right now, it looks like somebody that got skinned alive.
Yeah, which we could go with that if we needed to.
Isn't that far away?
Right. This one is available for claim. If anybody wants it, I'm sure you probably want to see where it goes from here, and I don't blame you. But it will be available for claim, and sadly enough, I got to run.
Yep. So we will be back next week, and I will be back tomorrow night on Creators Outlet on YouTube with Thomas. We're going to be doing the very first appearance of the Parasite and Action Comics 430 on OK Boomer the podcast tomorrow night. So until next week, we will see you. Peace, love, draw, color, and read some comic books.